Yo, what's good, everybody? The NFC West Roundtable will start pretty soon. We're going to get the guys coming in, but I am going to do the intro right about now. Yo, man. So the roundtable is going to be kicking in a little bit, so they'll be a little late. So as always, we're going to debate about it, but Nighter by Nature 88, huge shout out to my boy for joining the membership. It's official. He's a part of the CG unit. And huge shout out to the haters. You can't have enough of haters, but it is what it is. Boo-hoo my ass. I don't give a shit. If it's not 49er football, I don't give a damn about your motherfucking team. Your team is still not on the same level, brother. Keep on making up dumb shit. You're just making yourself foolish. You need 3 more to catch up to our level. What's up, Crazy Juice? What's up with it? Don't act like a bunch of Raider fans, bro. Have some class for once, man. Don't act like some Raider fans. Have some class for once. This is a Niner channel. But what's good? Yeah, but this is not. Don't act like a bunch of Raider fans, bro. Don't be like them. Be a Rams fan and do what you got to do. Yeah, we're waiting for everybody else to kick in, but I'm getting called in. Yeah, a lot of this dim. As long as you don't bring me some gay shit, man. Don't put all that gay stuff on my channel, my dude. It's kind of weird. Okay, you're spamming my shit, so I'm probably just gonna. I don't want no spam on my channel, man. Quit spamming shit. All right. So we're going to debate about the NFC West Roundtable, and we're going to talk some football. But on the meantime, these guys are coming a little late, but I am going to get them in pretty soon. I am going on as the show goes on. When they come in, they come in. They're just coming a little late, but I'll be sure to get them on the show. They got everything they need. I'm just going to wait for them for a few minutes. We're just going to get the show kicked in. I got a little bit of time before I head to work, so I have to do the show while I can because I don't want to miss on every bit of the recording. But let's put the hashtag CG unit. Hashtag that unit, baby. Hashtag that unit. Any super chat questions? Send me any bit and before we get the roundtable kicking in. At least 1 or 2 super chats is all appreciated for the community. But let's get on to it. We're waiting for them to come in. I'll see if I can send the link to my boy Antonio. I think I got to send him the message. Let's see. We'll send him the link. Hold up. I'm getting them in. Get them on the show. Let's get the thing going. All right, we got a few people. We got my boy Lawrence coming in. What's happening?
That's not gonna work.
Yeah, your little thing's a little upside down. Okay, you're good. Perfect. Yeah, dude. We're waiting for just a Antonio Tego.
You have to give me a second because I got you on this little new mic my son got for me. But like an idiot, I don't have any goddamn headphones on this microphone, so I can't hear you. I'll be switching. Give me a second.
Okay, man, no worries. Yeah, man, what's happening? We got the platform, then we're gonna get my boy Antonio. He'll be here any minute. We're gonna get some good debates, man. But there's a little bit of offseason that's getting interesting, and you got the draft also, so a lot of everything. Speaking of the draft,
where's Antonio? He said he can be on time.
Yeah, he said he'll be here. I just sent him the link on the phone. he has issues with his link. But I sent everybody the links for every bit of their channel, but they're not going in. But let's okay. Hey, where's the Empire? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Nobody's around, dude. Channel's been pretty quiet lately. Haven't had much audience lately. It's kind of been chill, bro. Really like quiet. I guess he's having issues with his reception as we speak. All right, which draft puck stood out in the combine? We can put that as a question, but we'll wait for that to start soon. Man, I'm kind of very disappointed at the fact that we haven't even got much people coming in lately. It's been quiet. Oh, we got Antonio. Oh, no. Oh, it's okay. You had something wrong with it.
What's going on, folks? What's happening?
What's happening, man? We got the platform, Lawrence Jackson in the building.
Much.
Yeah, man.
Salute, folks. Happy Monday to everybody. Niner gang that don't bang.
49er gang don't bang. That's a good hashtag with it.
Don't bang, man. You know how it is.
Yeah, you know what it is. You know what time is it?
Bang, Niner gang, and folks out there, you know what time it is. Absolutely, folks out there, do not steal my shit. It's not just bang gang. It's Niner gang or don't bang. Don't
Niner
steal my
gang
shit.
or don't bang.
What's happening?
What's up, man?
What's up, y'all?
Hey, the gang is back in the crew, man. That's all that matters, man. We're the Empire, man. That's what I'm saying, man. It's kind of been
all together.
They're all together.
What's happening, dog?
Hey, what's happening, man? Hey, look, we got a new member of the CG unit, man. Right there, man. We got Niner by Nature. He's a good dude. You know what? I was about to talk about the combine since it's already at the final conclusion of the combine. Like, name me a couple of players who stood out to you guys. So we'll let Lawrence Jackson go as the platform, speak of the guys, and I'll be the last.
Hey, man.
I'm sorry, folks. Coming in there good. Am I clear to y'all?
Yeah, you're good.
Yep. All good.
Yep. Okay. Well, what's up, brother? Nice to see you. Yeah. What's up, Tony? So the combine, it was informative. I can say that for sure. I didn't get a chance to get any player in particular that I want, for the team. But I know for one that a lot of players, specifically one that I want, Christian Watson. I think they said he ran like sub 4. So I think they had like 8 receivers who ran under 4.3 or 4.2 at the combine, and I think what we still need is a receiver. So that goes well for us. We might not get the cat from North Dakota State, but or Trey played, but we should get somebody good.
Yeah, what do you think?
I mean, that's the guy I want, the receiver, man, that Trey Lance played with in college. Because I want that rapport. Hopefully, we get him at some point. Even though receiver is not the biggest need, because we got Devo, Ayuk, my boy Juwan Jennings out there. At the same time, we still do need like a number 4 receiver. You gotta have a big 4. But yeah, there's like this D lineman who ran like the fastest D line run or 40 time since like 2003 or something. I forgot his name. He stood out.
Oh, the guy from Virginia Tech, right?
Yeah, I think that's him. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so yeah, man, he's a baller. Like, he can play. But yeah, and then there's that corner, the best corner in the draft, who they said can go number 1. He said, "I'm not giving up no touchdowns in the NFL." I love that attitude.
Which cornerback was it?
He's supposed to go like in the top 3, top 5.
Okay. I'm trying to think of which one you're referring to.
LSU.
No, he can go like in the top 5, top 7, top. He's been talking trash.
Oh, Sauce.
Sauce. I was gonna say Sauce. Yeah, Sauce.
Oh, Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, he'll be gone
from Cincinnati. That's what we want.
Oh yeah, like I'm not saying the Niners get on. I'm just saying in general, like he's like a baller. He's gonna be that dude.
The closest we can get to is a Kobe Bryant if he slides to the second round.
Oh yeah, the corner, huh? Right, corner.
Yeah, the one from Cincinnati. Also, there's like when you look at the Cincinnati Bearcats, like there's quite a few good secondary players. Like you got Ahmad Gardner, who was Sauce Gardner, and then you got Kobe Bryant, and you got that safety Brian Cooks. They had one of. Yeah, they got some good depth right there. They got one of the better talents so far. Like, Yeah, I as much as I want that Gardner guy, it's just not gonna happen. Stingley, I don't know. Maybe he might slide because of a medical issue. Maybe because of medical issues. I mean, as much as I don't see us getting that guy Stingley, I think it would be surprised if he slides further than expected. You know, there's been prospects who've been sliding because of medical issues or poor performance. You know, poor 40 time or stuff like that, or off the field issues. That can be the only downside. But you know, if that's the case with Derek Stingley having medical issues, then maybe some teams might back off of him.
Yeah.
You think he can fall out the first round though?
I wouldn't say technically. He probably would still be a first round. He'd probably be like maybe a late first round at worst. You know, worst case scenario. Yep. But
if we trade Jimmy, we can use that pick to get him. You know, get that late first round pick.
Yeah, I saw online today. Speaking of trading Jimmy, dog, somebody, I think it was Facebook. Yeah, it was some comment, some random post about the what's it called, the monies for the team that allocated the free agent money to go out, salary cap. It's up to $202 million. You know, for this upcoming season. You know, raised up from the COVID days and shit. So somebody commented, yeah, that's just more than enough money to keep Jimmy. I'm like, you motherfuckers just won't let it go. You won't let Jimmy go. That extra money is not to keep Jimmy. That's to sign some real free agents.
Yeah, and then speaking of Jimmy Garoppolo, there's been talks during the combine that there might be another team in the mix that can definitely acquire him in a trade if it gets worked out. But man, that's the one question, because I've seen the Saints linked into the Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah, but the problem is they don't have enough cap space. I'm wondering how much they have to give up.
I know. Yeah, if we free this Jimmy G cap space up, we can get the edge rusher from the Packers. Was it Preston Smith? He might get released. Or
also Darius Smith.
The Darius Smith, yeah, he might get released. DeMarcus Lawrence supposed to get released. We can throw that money at him. You know, him and Bosa, giving Bosa more help. You know, say we could really rush 4 and drop 7. You know, really be lethal. You know what I'm saying? Even more than this past season, because, you know, we need that D4 type of guy from the 2019 season, because D4, he obviously have injuries. So if we can get a D4 caliber, DeMarcus Lawrence is in the D4 category, I think. You know, if you want to say he's better, that's cool. But at the same time, they're not that far off from each other either. So, hey, at the same time, we got to get Stephon Gilmore. You know, I know people want J.C. Jackson. You might be able to throw money at him. Who knows? We got to get somebody with that Jimmy G free cap space. Space.
But realistically, I just don't see us getting a guy like J.C. Jackson. This guy's going to demand top dollars, and knowing how the 49ers are, we don't go as high with these players like that unless it's somebody that we mostly covet the most. But a guy like J.C. Jackson just ain't going to happen. And the rumors with Stephon Gilmore, I just don't know, man. I'd be shocked if we get him, but dude, I just don't see it happening with Gilmore. Gilmore's going to expect top dollars.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Gilmore, I don't know. We might be able to get him for the cheap. I mean, Richard Sherman's already like, I dream of Genie. He already knows what's going to happen. He's going to the Seahawks or us. So, you know, he ain't going to the Seahawks. They got a lot of issues over there. So.
But they'll pay him, though. I don't know what kind of matches they work. The Seahawks pay motherfuckers, you know, all kinds of money when they really, really want a player. And if they want him, you know, exactly. So if they want him, they may cough that money up, but he's gonna be demanding. I think both of them are gonna be looking for, you know, 15 mil plus, him and JC.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna expect top dollars because you look at the market for cornerbacks, it's moving up, it's skyrocketing. Especially the pass rushers, they're going up high in price too, because you look at the players who set the market. I mean, these cornerbacks, it's like. I remember like it was yesterday. I remember we paid insane money for a guy like Nate Clements.
Nate the Great. He wasn't Nate the Great.
Nate Clements.
He was not, man. But that
number 22, Deuce.
Back then, you could have said that was too much, but now in today's cornerback market, that would be a bargain in today's NFL.
Yeah, see, hey, Nate Clements, he got hyped up a lot at that time because he had held Marvin Harrison to like a one catch game, you know, and that's what really elevated him. So. That's why we was like, hey, we need that guy, you know, because we were kind of in the, recovering from the greatest show on turf era. So we need them corners, you know. So
we needed a guy to stop Isaac Bruce and pretty much stop a guy like Torrey Holt and the rest of those guys. Then you had Larry Fitzgerald, who
he wasn't it.
And then you had a younger Larry Fitzgerald and a Bolden all together. Then Seattle had a little bit of their other receiver. Yeah, there was a lot of good talent at the time, but so speaking of cornerbacks, there's some buzz that we might be interested in this guy, and he's not going to even cost much of a dime. I don't even know how much his value is, but he's been linked to us from what I'm looking at from the articles of Travarius Ward. I'm looking at articles, and it's clicked on a bunch of links that the Niners and Chargers are really interested of signing Travarius Ward, and it won't be in the same market as J.C. Jackson or same market as Stephon Gilmore, but it'll be a little close,
Second tier.
Oh yeah. But what do you guys think of Travarius Ward? Like, let's say we don't even settle for guys like J.C. Jackson and Stephon Gilmore, which is not going to happen. I mean, even a Carlton Davis, I don't even know. Like, I barely knew a little bit about that guy. That guy to me is like kind of an unknown factor. I don't know too much about him.
I might rather have him, to be honest. Carlton Davis, I'll do the Fresh Prince Carlton dance. You know what I'm saying? If we get Carlton Davis, it's not because he won a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So he got a little mystique there. If we can get somebody who won a Super Bowl, get to bring some type of veteran leadership to Emmanuel Mosley, Ambry Thomas, teach them a little fundamentals, and that's something he can do, and also Honey Badger's out there. He's a hybrid slot corner and safety. And what do we need? A slot corner kind of and a coverage safety, even though he's a little small, but still, he's a hell of a player. I wouldn't mind getting him.
And then
he's getting older though, but
yeah,
I don't think he's gonna want to switch. Yeah, for the right price. I would like Tehran.
Who would you want in free agency?
I would take Tehran. If he was available and for the right price, he can be injury prone every once in a while. He is a little bit older, a little long in the tooth and shit, but I wouldn't mind having him on the squad. Just like you said, for the leadership, if nothing else, in the secondary room. But for me, I would rather us probably draft a cornerback this year as opposed to signing somebody in free agency that's a corner. I would rather spend the money, I guess, probably somewhere else. Maybe at linebacker, re-signing our players, offensive line help, or even the defensive line. Because like you said, DeMarcus Lawrence, all these people getting cut, released, that money can go. I think the secondary is decent enough that even though it'll be another young guy, bringing in somebody, from the draft would be better than spending a lot of money on a corner on a 3 or 4 year deal in free agency.
Okay, so you want another young corner. Yeah, it's a trip because I wanted us to draft Honey Badger in 2013 because we had already drafted his teammate Eric Reed in the first round. I thought Eric Reed was going to be like, "Hey, get Honey Badger, my teammate." That'd been pretty raw. I mean, we probably would have beat the Seahawks that next year because we would have had another force out there just hitting. Because him and Whitner and Whitner would have been a good safety tandem back then.
Absolutely.
Eric Reed in that 2013 season. But yeah, anyway, man. I wouldn't mind drafting another corner, for more depth. I get that, but I wouldn't mind. And then price adding a pass rusher in free agency, like a DeMarcus Lawrence. I'll do that. That's probably what even Calais Campbell. I would love to have Calais Campbell.
Well, Calais Campbell shouldn't be costing much because he's up in age, so he's probably going to have 1 or 2 good years, and I don't think other team's going to pay him that kind of money. He's got to be a long-term answer. And then speaking of DeMarcus Lawrence, okay, let's be realistic, man. Like, even if he was released, you really think we're going to offer him top dollars, bro? He's still going to probably want more money because he refused to take a pay cut from Dallas. Do you really think he's going to take anything less than what he asked for?
Well, how about if the Niners got that cap room to give it after the Garoppolo gets traded? That's what I'm saying. It's possible.
How old is he?
Oh, I think he's in his late 20s.
He's like 28.
Late 20s, huh?
Yeah, late 20s. He's still an ascending player, but he's kind of had up and down seasons because of injuries. But when you look at his talent wise, I mean, ever since he's got paid top dollars, he's kind of been less of a factor. If you look at the entire line of what Dallas had, a lot of their players on the rotation, they actually kind of produce pretty solidly. Like, if you look at guys like Randy Gregory, he's a free agent too, and he's definitely a guy who can probably be a bargain because he's not a big name out there. And then you got this other guy called Torrance Armstrong, whatever his name is, and he's another guy, and you could pay him cheap on the dollar, bro. Like cheap contract, like those Dollar General type deals, get some of those kind of guys, like kind of like what we did with Arden Key.
Arden Key was the
But
key.
Is he gonna be that inexpensive? I'll be a 99-cent star player and shit. Is he really that cheap?
Yeah, he would, because he's not a big name out there.
But that's the thing. I can understand that too. But we have we have a lot of people that aren't big names on our team, and or at least they haven't, made themselves into a big name yet. So do we really want to sign someone? That's what we just talked about. We don't make big free agent signings, and they need to start doing that. We have a lot more cap room than they probably expected this year. Why not make at least once? Look what they just did in the same division. Who won the Super Bowl? They made splash signings and it worked. Just like the NBA, the NFL is trying to turn into the same thing. The Chiefs have done it. They just loaded the team. They got fucking Patrick Mahomes, but they loaded their team up with a lot of talented players. The Bucs did it last year. They drafted well. They added a couple of free agents. They added Tom Brady 2 years ago. The Rams did it, and why can't we do the same thing?
That's what I'm saying. But the problem is
top name players.
Yeah, the problem with the front office is they're too damn cheap, like Dollar General shit, man. It's like, come on, man. Like, we can't even get aggressive, but I don't know. Like, okay, speaking of the Rams, man, like, let's look at it this way. Like, how the hell do they even afford shit, man? Like, it's like they won the damn lottery or some shit like that.
Everyone was saying that all year. How did they have? Where did the money come from? For them to have all those fucking players. Where did the money come from?
That's what I'm saying. Hey, what's up, SF Niner Sports Nation? What's up, everybody? Hey, this Cowboy fan's feeling the pain. But hey, let's put it this way, man. Like, as much as I want this front office to get aggressive, man, they don't really do shit. Like, when is the last time we've ever went big in free agency? Except for that D Ford trade where we traded up and got him. At the time, you could have said that was a brilliant move, but it backfired us. You can say that
the biggest move that we've made.
Yeah, because he was the
best player that we've signed from another team since this regime has begun. But he didn't live up to the hype.
And
he actually did live up to the hype. Injury prone.
Yeah, injury prone wise, or else he would have been good. But then you look at guys like Quan Alexander. Maybe they kind of realized it was a big issue that they did was make those big moves. I mean. Maybe I wouldn't blame the front office. I wouldn't blame them at one point. But, dude, I guess making those splashy moves kind of gives you a question that maybe we shouldn't go too big like we used to.
Well, see, we have a great coaching staff. We have a great team. I prefer to get our organization. I don't know about Jay York. But, I think that they realized they made mistakes in the beginning, and they're learning from them every season. Signing real expensive players. You don't necessarily need that when you have a great coaching staff that coaches up 4th, 5th, 6th round players. Undrafted players, and then the people that are already on this team or people that you can get for less money as opposed to like a D Ford, something like that. It could be beneficial in the long run. And they're still stuck. We still stuck paying D Ford a gang of millions M's this season, and he's not gonna do shit. He's probably not gonna suit up for us at all the whole year. We have to pay that man. So I think that you're right. They probably have decided, paying those big splashy free agents, and that's something that we need to do as a team.
Yeah, like splashy wise, you got to give credit where it's due for the Rams. I mean, they're going for the big names, the big dogs, and we go for the small dogs in the Dollar General store. Like, I don't know, maybe Dollar General is better than other stores we go to.
Better than Gucci, but hey, Calais Campbell, Stephon Gilmore, I'm down with that, man. Arden Key, re-sign him.
I would take the two of them. If we ended up with Calais Campbell and Stephon Gilmore, shit.
I mean, Well, Arden Key's value is not going to be as much as people make it seem like. Maybe you're looking between 6 to 7 or 8 million at best, bro, because he's not a top tier or anything like that. He only had one solid season. And before that, he was a draft bust for the Raiders. So he wasn't squat before he came to us. So as soon as he came to us, now all of a sudden he wants top dollars. I don't think he ain't going to get no top dollars, but I think he knows his worth. I think he knows he's worth whatever the amount. But if I had to be realistically, okay, contract prediction, when I look at the fact we can definitely retain him. It's just depends on the price and it depends on what we add in incentive, incentive contract where if he has performance or stuff like that. Like, let's say he has a good season where maybe he has 10 sacks, it adds a bonus to his pay. Or if he makes the Pro Bowl, they do bonus stuff like every now and then for these players. If they perform up to that level, they get this amount of salary cap or something. Like maybe that can be in play. That can be what they all want, because I know sometimes contracts can be tricky, because sometimes if you add the incentive contract towards their performance, you get something like in good solid investment. But if he doesn't perform up to that level, it lowers their cap space a little more, which is a win-win.
Heck yeah. See, like I said, man, we got a lot of options to do, man. Like, we can go a variety of ways. Like I say, you got to have pass rush. You got to be able to get after the quarterback. The Rams had a variety of pass rushers. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to protect the quarterback and get after the quarterback. So we got to continue to add that. And I want Brian Allen, the guard from the Rams, just in case we lose Laken Tomlinson, because I heard the Bengals are interested in signing him, because they got to protect Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow had a horrible offensive line, so we got to probably get.
Yeah, that's true.
If we can,
are they interested in McGlinchey? Is anybody interested in McGlinchey?
No, McGlinchey's like a broken dollar store lineman, bro. Like, I don't think anybody wants to touch this guy.
He gets bull rushed.
Can somebody take McGlinchey, please?
He's a big ass dude, and he can't even pass block. Like, but okay. But speaking of the offensive line, like you just mentioned about the Rams interior line, like, okay, Brian Allen, there's been interest between the Bengals, but then there's been interest for the Bengals to want Laken Tomlinson. He's been linked to the Bengals too.
Yeah, I think that's what he was saying.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
is that what you're saying? Yeah, he was saying that Brian Allen maybe to come to us because we might lose Laken to the Bengals.
Yeah.
No. Like, there's been talks of Austin Corbett too, because he's a guard, so he would play more of a position exactly the same as Laken Tomlinson. He would be a plug-in starter. Like, okay, when I made that suggestion about him being an option, it's because he's gonna know the system and plug in right away. He won't have to be somebody who has to learn the playbook, because it's completely the same thing what they run with LA. They run the same scheme as Sean McVay does.
Yeah.
So whatever. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for real. So lucky guy. Yeah,
that's a Rams show.
Yeah.
Okay, but when you look at free agency, man, we got to look at the way we look at the bright side. I mean, there's been a lot of talks about this Jimmy G stuff. It's got to go, man. He's got to go, man. I'm tired of having people defend this guy. So let's get into a tough decision. If we were the front office, let's just put our GM's hat and we had to choose. Let's say we have enough cap space, but we only have enough to keep at least one player. And you guys, I'll start off with Antonio, and then I'll start off with you, and then I'll start off with myself. But if you had to choose between Laken Tomlinson or DJ Jones, like either one, like you had to pick one.
Ooh, if I had to pick one, wow. Probably Laken Tomlinson, because it's more difficult to find guards than it is like D tackles. Even though I really like DJ Jones, I always call him a homeless man's Aaron Donald. When he's on, whoo, he can bull rush, he can stop that run, athletic, chase down Russell Wilson, snatch him. He's a big guy, so be rumbling, bumbling, stumbling out there like Chris Berman used to say. But yeah, so if I had to pick, I'll go with Laken. LT, the other LT.
Right.
Yeah.
For me, Mr. DJ, Double J, DJ Jones, whatever, however he wants to do his initials. His wife is fine as fuck, I'll tell you that much. But outside of that, he can go for me. I'd rather fuck with Laken because he's protecting Trey next year. And like you said, Antonio, it's much more difficult to find, especially for just as much as the outside is an interior player, because they're closer to the quarterback. So you still have to have people that block well there also. So even though DJ is also an interior player, and he's really good, his wife is fine. He's fast. He can, like you said, track down Russell Wilson, all that stuff like that. He's a really good player, and he's a real smooth, cool dude, laid back. I'm sure he's good for the team. But I think Laken will probably be at his last contract, going towards the end of his career, early 30s. He's really close to Williams on his left. They got a real good tandem over these last couple of seasons, and I think that Trent would probably be pissed if he left the team.
Well, see, that's the tricky part about this debate too, and I like this question because let's say you do have to choose one, but it's obvious, like DJ Jones is younger, but he's definitely somebody you can build around. But he's mostly a guy you would put on the rotation, man, like rotation wise. But Laken Tomlinson is somebody you can't replace because he plays every down and he's durable, dude. Like very durable. You can't find that. Durability is the most important position.
Something like that for us. I think he's been since he's been here.
He's been ascending. Yeah, he's been ascending since coming to the Niners. Before that, in Detroit, he was a bust.
He was a bust with Detroit.
But then when we got him,
over here he got better.
Yeah, he's gotten better and then he just made his first Pro Bowl too. So that's hard to. And then plus he's already got the chemistry and he can protect. Yeah,
right.
That's the thing, man.
The Lions are where you go to die. I think we all know that. And they've had 3 great players ever: Barry Sanders, Megatron, and
Herman
Matilda.
Moore.
Herman Moore. Did they draft him, or did he get drafted by the? I say he was with the Cowboys. For some reason.
Poor Roy Williams had a good career until he left, and then he would have been something. But he was.
Yeah, exactly. Good player.
So I say Megatron, Barry Sanders, and Matilda Stafford. But outside of that, they've had more. They had Ndamukong Suh. They drafted Ndamukong Suh. But you go there to die. He came here to our team and he's played really well. Like I said, he's ascended the whole time he's been here. I think he's got better every year since he's been here. And now that we have Trent Williams right along his side, picking him up, I think we should probably do our best to keep Laken, let him end his career as a Niner.
Well, Lincoln is somebody you do need to protect your quarterback, and that's a better way to do it. But a guy like DJ Jones, I know some of us will say, well, you can easily find – well, DJ Jones is kind of rare, bro. There's not that many – I mean, you can develop them, but I think when it comes down to DJ Jones, he's going to cost too much. Like, why pay so much if I got a Kevin Givens? A Kevin Givens who's exactly the same mold as DJ Jones, just same size, same size
and everything. And then too, I mean, we don't know how this type of lineup will work because it's like 17 feet of fucking players. But Javon Kinlaw and Eric Armstead, next year, I guess they kind of be playing the same position, but they'll do a lot of lineups, I'm sure, D'Amico. And we'll have those tomorrow. Next year, Javon Kinlaw supposed to be back, and he's supposed to be our every down player.
That's what I'm saying, but then I have a red flag with Javon Kinlaw because the knee issues, man. He's injury prone, man. Like,
I know, man. I want to see him, man.
He's got knee problems, dude. This guy's got seriously knee issues, dude. Like when it comes down to him, dude. Like I like that when he's healthy, he does do good against the run. But man, dude, this guy cannot stay healthy with him. Dude, the knee issues become long-term issues. It's the same exact reason of why before Dee Ford had back issues, he had knee problems, and that what leads to long-term issues. Mm-hmm.
No more injury-prone guys, please. And look
man,
I've been saying that shit for 17 years. Stop.
Yeah, smash that like, baby.
Anybody who's injured, we don't want it.
No, but when it comes down to our depth boys, I like who we got. But isn't Cratavius Street a free agent or no? If I'm mistaken, I think he might be a solid guy to have back because he's not too bad.
He has wiggle.
After he played 1 year with us,
he wouldn't cost much. Like he's definitely somebody we're very familiar with. I know he was an injury college prospect, but he kind of showed out last year. And then you can definitely get somebody on the cheap deal. The cheap deal like a Maurice Hurst Jr. Even though he didn't showcase much, but you can get him on the cheap and definitely help him. He wasn't as bad. When he was with the Raiders, he was pretty damn good, but for whatever reason, he had injury issues, but that's where I can be taking that little risk, because I know what our defensive line, we got talent. Cornerbacks, I can't say much because Jason Verrett, he's always been the guy we've been rolling the dice and hope he pays off. But guess what? Every now and then, this guy freaking gets hurt like it's nobody's business.
So we have man, injury prone. Hey, look, if I can go back to that draft, I would have drafted Tristan Wirfs, the guy the Bucks picked, offensive tackle. Can you imagine if we had him and Trent Williams on the tackles? Ooh, I mean, lethal. And then still drafted Brandon Ayuk at the end of that round. That'd been a great draft.
True.
It would have been, but those rounds kind of determine how they turn out. But that Javon Kinlaw pick, to me, it's like I want to give him a chance, but I don't know, dude. He just hasn't really proved himself. We could have just waited until getting somebody like a Davis from Alabama. I forget his damn name. The Raekwon Davis. We could have waited for him, or got my boy from Oklahoma. And that would have been okay. But no, we want to go that direction because everybody's been hyping this kid. And as soon as they always pick the players that's always overhyped, man, those are the ones that turn out to be busts. Like Solomon Thomas pick. I knew right off the bat, as soon as they blinked us to that guy as a draft pick, I knew right there he was a bad. You wanted Mahomes, bro?
Yeah, one good game against Mitchell Trubisky.
I wanted freaking McCaffrey because of the Shanahan's and McCaffrey connection.
Might not pick a running back that
right
high.
after that. Yeah, I mean, but he went right after, and he's been injury prone too. So my question is, like, with all these signings and free agency, we have a lot of free agents ourselves. So we have probably like 22 free agents. Just to throw out a number, if you had to estimate, because generally what we have done is re-sign our free agents. We do a pretty good job of that. I think one of the better jobs in the league of just re-signing your own players every season. How many players do you think we bring back out of those 20 plus that we have?
We do usually bring back the right guys, though. Usually, most of the time.
Yeah.
Usually, it's the ones that we let go are either the ones that contribute or just going to be a little too pricey. It depends on which one. Like a guy like DJ Jones, I can see walk because he's going to get a big contract. A guy like Lincoln Tomlinson is 50-50. Like he can easily walk because he's going to get a big contract. Guys like Arden Key, you can bring back because his value is not going to be that much. A guy you can bring back is a guy like Maurice Hurst Jr., which he ain't going to cost much. He's going to probably be elite minimum because he has to prove himself because that's one of the guys you can definitely take a little gamble and roll with because the defensive line is not our weakness. It's our strength personally. And cornerbacks has been the weakest spot. So as much as I want Ferret to come back, I just don't like it, man, because he's already proven time and time again he can't stay healthy. Yeah.
Well, we just watched twice here. He's been injured like 5 times in his career. All right, so on the other side of the ball then, in a position that, kind of goes along with the protection, or at least with who we have on the line, running back.
Running back's going to be hard.
We have 3 running backs that are up for free agency. Technically 3.5 because Debo needs an extension, but we have 3 running backs that are up for free agency, for real free agency. And which ones of them do we bring back, if any? Because honestly, Mostert, y'all know he could be right in New York or in Miami tomorrow with no problem, playing for the Jets or playing for the Dolphins. I think we all know that.
Yeah. I say we bring him back. I want to bring Raheem Mostert back. Like he's a home run hitter when he's out there. We
man.
One more run at him.
Man, it's like, there's a side of me that wants him, but then there's a side of me looking like, oh, hell no, please. Like, dude, I know he's a big playability. Like, he makes the runs and he's special, but, dude, when is this guy ever going to stay healthy, bro? I just don't like these little fragile made players, bro. Like, they just break out of glass, bro. It's like, anytime you get this nice, shiny little toy, it's so nice, but as soon as it starts to like tap or hit something, it breaks, bro. Doesn't it kind of feel like a waste of investment?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And really, that's him. You know what I'm saying? Like I could dig it. I could see him and young cat, where the fuck his name is right now, it escapes me. Him and number 25. Thunder and Lightning, really lightning, I guess you could say. But we have Wilson, who's kind of the Thunder. He's gonna be gone, I'm sure. And we got
more receiving back.
Right. I think we might have that in Sermon, or we could even have Elijah do that. I don't necessarily think we need Raheem. I know a lot of Niners fans, a lot of faithful think that we do, that we still need to keep him, but I think it's just more of the same. Retaining injury-prone players. He was injured before everything. Broken elbow, broken fucking forearm. He pulls his ass. He pulls his hamstring. He's constantly injured. Everything. He gets a dot in his eye. Whatever can keep him out of a game keeps him out of games. So he ain't hitting any home runs if he's sitting on the bench.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, the only way it's more convincing to bring back Mostert is if he takes a league minimum, which I don't think he will.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, then let him go because we can get another running back in the 6th round.
Y'all remember that son of a bitch already tried to hold us up for money. a year and a half ago or whatever, 2 seasons back. He already
And
tried
guess
to hold
what?
out for
Karma
more
was a
money.
bitch.
Karma was a bitch. Yeah, that's crazy as fuck right now. Imagine if we had given him the money. Imagine we had signed him to a long-term deal, gave him a big-ass, fat-ass paycheck up front, and then he slipped on a banana peel his first fucking 2 drives into the season. Nah.
That's why I didn't like the idea, bro, because you're just a system. You're a product of the Shanahan system.
Send him to Miami. I bet you he doesn't do as well. Just like the other, what was his name?
Matt Breida.
The ball-headed. Thank you, bro.
Matt
Just
Breida.
like Matt Breida. Same shit. Yeah, he's fast, but was he getting the little 600 yards that he had with us? Nope.
He didn't do squat because he was behind the bench or behind the depth chart. That's what the thing about these running backs. But I could see Raheem Mostert maybe going towards Buffalo, and maybe he won't do shit there either.
Exactly. I really think that little midget, Mike McDaniel is probably going to try to sign him as soon as possible.
Or Saleh?
Really
you think Saleh too?
Yeah, either. I mean, I see Saleh doing that for sure, but more so Mike McDaniels because he's a new head coach. It's his first year. He's looking for anything that's familiar to him to try to, and that includes the players with the uniforms on. He took all of our coaches. You know he's waiting to take somebody off the team, offense or defense. It doesn't matter. And I'm sure he would have his eyes on Raheem and take a shot on him, give him like a prove-it deal, maybe a 1-year deal, 2-year deal, whatever the case is, give him a big amount of money, promise him carries, shit like that, and try to take him away from him. So I could see Mike McDaniel more so than Saleh because he's been gone for a year plus now.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of my boy Niner by Nature, man, he has such a crush on this Calvin Austin from Memphis, man. Like, I'm probably gonna have to do a little bit more of a stream about him because I see a lot of you guys are voting for this Calvin Austin, so I'm probably gonna do like a little stream probably next week, and I'm gonna talk about what's good about him. I've kind of tell right from the get-go that he's got that fast speed, but he's an undersized wide receiver, but he's got returnability skills, which kind of makes it something that, which we lack the most about. But what makes him kind of interesting about the skill set is he's got that breakaway speed to where if you throw in that short pass with open space, that dude is going to score a touchdown before our eyes, bro. Ain't nobody going to touch him. But the problem is, bro, he's 5'8". I think he's 5'8" or 9. And he weighs 160 pounds, bro. So I don't know. But he's got that speed, bro. He's got that 4.2 speed or 4.3 something speed.
Well, there's a lot of, this year before 4.2 speed in the draft, wide receivers and running backs both. So I think they could find somebody. We do need home run hitters. I agree.
Yeah, but a home run hitter's like him. But as soon as he gets hit, bro, that's one thing I could be concerned about. Like he might seem like a good returner, like that's what we want. Okay, all right. So I guess Niner by Nature, correct me on that part. So he's 5'8", runs a.
Okay. 4.3. You know what? He's gonna be running right to the emergency room. Get him out of here.
Oh shit! I mean, he could be a return man, and then he can move himself in some gadget plays. He could be gadget player.
Right to our sorry ass. You can't do wedge busters or create a wedge anymore. So they ain't gonna have any blocking. You're gonna be go gadget right again to the bench.
No, but you can. But here's what you can do.
To the tent to the sideline tent.
Yeah, but here's one thing we can do with this guy. Like, it's kind of like getting another Marquise Goodwin, but except for the fact that you could actually utilize more of his speed a little bit. But I'm not a big fan of these small receivers, but if you got breakaway speed,
man,
it's like but then we do lack a returner. So we need somebody who can change the field. Somebody who can change the field of the game. If you watch, I've checked out like a couple of Calvin Austin's highlights. What stands out about me is the open space. This guy has open space. He's going to score a touchdown. Forget about it. You give him the ball in the kick return game, bro. He's going to solidify great field position or even put you in position to score a touchdown. This guy, I can see why he's a little hype, and I can see why Niner by Nature likes him because we lack a great return man, bro. We don't have nothing in good return man. Look, who's returning our kicks? If I had to be honest.
Does he return kicks in college? I mean, I haven't looked at him. I haven't seen much about him. Is he actually a returner, or is he just running back or what receiver or fast, whatever? Is he a college returner? Does he return all the kicks? Okay. Niner by Nature. If you can look it up and just even tell me how many touchdowns were scored last year. Tell us how many, like on kickoff returns and punt returns combined. I think like 3 returns on punts. I think in total. I don't know how many on kickoffs. For one, because of how we kick off now, kicking off on the 35. There's not as many returns anymore anyway. 2, whether you got the punt right. How many punts will he get returned and get returned for touchdowns at that? It's a lot of motherfuckers a lot of fair catches nonstop, or people trying to kick it out of bounds
decisions.
Business decisions too. On top of not just stupid.
Make that business decision. Calvin Austin's about to make that business
decisions, right? Hey,
return that touchdown or get knocked the hell out, bro. Which one? Which business decision?
The one that fumbled the ball against the Giants. What's the wide receiver? He was scared as fuck. He was trying to make a business decision. Thank you, Kyle Williams, the one that number 10. Sorry ass Kyle Williams, another short motherfucker, by the way, a short receiver. He was making a business decision that day, trying to muff the punt because he was scared of getting hit. Williams. Yeah, I did like him a little bit though, but he made a business decision that day, and it happens even more so now. 10 years later on punts. I don't know if we need somebody 5'8" just because he's super fast. Because in the NFL, everybody's fast. We all know that. No matter what kind of play you're running, whether you're running the quarterback, whether you're running backs, whether you're throwing the ball, whether you're trying to blitz, everybody's fast, and there's not as much space in the league, in my opinion, as there is in college. So. I appreciate you, dog. All right, no, we straight.
He thinks you're funny, bro. He thinks you're hilarious.
I appreciate it. Salute, man. Shout out to you, brother. Hey, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, too, by the way, since you think I'm hilarious. I'll be on here awful lot, but I got my own channel, too.
No, but he thinks you're funny about the hospital part where you got to get a trip to the way you said it.
Man, that's where they're going to be going. Straight to the hospital and to the depths of my heart and shit when they muffing punts and making business decisions and we draft somebody in the 3rd round so he can be a returner and he don't ever return the ball. Fuck that.
We did it with Dante Pez, and the guy couldn't even get a chance to kick return shit, bro. Like
he loves cats because he was a cat lover. That's why.
Oh yeah. See, he was soft. See,
he was soft,
but
soft as baby.
But he had the good movement skills of separation, just couldn't get consistent.
Yeah, he can move like Michael Jackson. Yeah, but he couldn't catch. He's afraid of the ball. He's afraid of other men. The only thing he wasn't afraid of, likely, were cats. So I mean,
I don't know, man. The guy was pretty weird, man.
He was weird, bro. He was a weirdo. I'm sorry, that word is bad these days. I guess weird, but he was a weirdo. Dante Pettis, you're a weirdo.
Dude, the guy even put on a dress, bro. What the hell?
No, he didn't. Don't say that.
What is it that he put? He went Ricky Williams?
No, he did. He wore something.
He went Ricky.
No, I think he was wearing something weird, like one of those little.
I know, he did have on some feminine shit though. You're right, bro. I saw
bro. We don't need none of that. You don't see Juwan James wearing shit like that. It'd be like, nope.
I will say, real quick on Juwan Jennings, Jimmy Ward said he's the worst dresser on the whole team. He said his swag is on 0. So just put that out there. Sorry about that, Juwan.
Hey, but Juwan doesn't care about swag.
He just cares about controlling them 3rd down catches. That's it.
Hey, this past game or this past season, I was at the Niner game and stuff, and then I wore my red puffer jacket. And then next thing you know, the following week, Jimmy Ward wears it. And then I tagged him in, and he was like, "Hey, you copied me." And then he was like, "Yeah, whatever you say, bro." He actually responded to me, Jimmy Ward. I tagged him, and he saw it.
That's a weird feeling.
He actually commented my Instagram like a few years ago with that one. I don't know if you guys seen that stream where I was showing that one part where I was like taunting during the game at San Francisco where I think he was the one that commented like with the flex like this, like that's what's up or something, let's go or some shit like that.
Yeah, that sounds like Jimmy Ward's Instagram. Only player that's spoken to me, they're not current unfortunately, is Gary Plummer.
Oh, Gary Plummer.
And literally, he's my favorite defender, really ever. But yeah, the linebacker from when we won the bowl the last time. We spoke on Instagram and Twitter. I'm gonna try to interview that motherfucker one day, so I'm gonna still try to get at that.
Hey, does he message you back? Does he even have an Instagram?
He has an Instagram. It's SF Hitman. So I don't mean to put your shit out there, Mr. Plummer, but at SF Hitman on Instagram. I gotta
get him on the show, dude, man. That's gonna be dope, man.
Don't steal my shit. I'm kidding. Yeah, for real. I ain't got it yet, so yeah, get out of it. But let me know if you do it. I want to be on that show. No shit.
Yeah, you gotta get in, bro. I'm gonna have to get you in. I'm gonna have to get you in.
He legit responded to me. I'll get you in, man. Chopped it up a couple of times. Yeah, on Instagram.
Maybe on a Niners Roundtable, I'll put this guy in for a little bit.
I can see that. We could do that.
Oh, snappers, y'all.
Hey, but I had Mr. Mike Rump on the show, man, and this guy was okay. I don't know if you guys seen that one.
I did see that one. It was a while back, though. I think it wasn't right.
It was a while back. Yeah, I remember Mike Rumph. We drafted him. I remember
Keith Lewis. What about Keith Lewis?
Oh, the safety number 28.
Yeah. You seen that video?
I smoked much weed. Y'all remember his way.
Remember that video? Remember that video where he was kind of like, I think he was high or drunk or one of those days, and he was talking like he was like kind of like buzz like.
Man,
what's up, that shit. Then Derek Smith was more like a chill, laid back dude. Like he was more chill.
Yeah.
Derek Smith.
Julian Peterson was more like humble, like more cool, but he was good.
I remember that when you did that. Yeah, I liked him. Number 98.
He was cool. He was being straightforward about the contracts, what happened at the time. So they actually devalue him so the Niners can retain him cheap, which is stupid. He would have been defensive player of the year.
Is that the game? Yeah, he was nasty, man. He really was. He was everywhere. Yeah, he was tall as shit too.
Yeah, but he was a hybrid too. Like he was one of those guys that at the time it wasn't much in the NFL.
He was a first of his kind. Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, but let's get on to the final conclusion, guys. I'm going to probably be ending pretty soon. I got to get going to work pretty soon, but I'm going to give you guys the platform to speak and give you guys a final conclusion. I'm going to start off with my boy Antonio, and let's go.
Yeah, man. Rumors with the 49ers. What is Aaron Rodgers going to do? What is Tom Brady going to do, man? Man, like at the end of the day, if they want to give the keys to Trey Lance, I'm down with that. If they want to give it to Brady, I'm down with that, man. Tom Brady's really want to play with the Niners so bad because that's his home area team. So at the end of the day, we got to just make sure we retain enough of our great players. Lakin Tomlinson, Arden Keys of the world. You know, we got to bring them back, man, and we got to resign Juwan Jennings. Things of a free agent, and then so we just got to get all our guys back, man. Hopefully, we remove the Garoppolo contract out the way. And I think we're gonna just continue to roll and re-sign all of our guys, man. Because like Al Guido, he's like real good with the contracts and all that. Or no, Parag Marath, my bad. All of them are they're all good, and I'm happy that Jed York has stayed out of the way recently. So stay out of the way, just keep letting us get better, and we will eventually get that 6th Super Bowl next season.
All right, man. All right, let's get on the platform, Lawrence Jackson.
Yeah, folks. Appreciate y'all watching us today. Shout out to you, Tommy. If you're talking about Justice Smith, man, salute for that. If you met Justice Smith, the Cowboy. But yeah, we need somebody like Justice Smith on the squad this year. Maybe they're already there. We don't know. Maybe we can pick somebody up in the draft. We don't probably need to draft any more defensive linemen. Actually, Kyle. Never mind. This does not matter. But shout out to everybody that watched us. Make sure you're checking us out every week. We're going to be back next week, of course, with another show. And then please subscribe to this channel, like the video, share the video, and do the same with my shit. Bam Bam LJ29 or Lawrence Jackson Jr. here on YouTube. Subscribe to my 9M channel. There's a lot of shit on there, actually, to be honest with you. I did a game video today. The game is an alcoholic. The game, the rapper. It's a pretty good video. I'm proud of it. So check me out. And thanks again, CJ, always for the table, man, for the seat. Y'all be safe.
All right, no problem, guys. I want to do the last introduction too for myself, and then we're going to end on a high note. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching the roundtable. It's a great time of debating about this 49ers topic. I definitely appreciate guys like 400 King, 510, and my boy Lawrence, the Platform Jackson. You better check on their channels, subscribe their channels, or I'm going to find you guys. I'm just playing. But all seriously, they're good people, man. They're very good people. But as always, go Niners.
Go Niners. Niner gang or don't bang.